friends, it's Penny Wolf, and I have another store video to share with you today. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, I sell on eBay and I sell on Poshmark. I've sold quite a few years on eBay and only, the last few years on Poshmark. I list everything on eBay, and then I only select out those things that I think that may sell over on Poshmark. Poshmark seems to be a little bit more young, trendy, not always, but a little bit more. And eBay, I'll list the young trendy too, but some of the more maybe mature brands, or just certain brands sell a little bit more on one platform or the other. If you'd like, you can subscribe. I have a lot of other videos up. I have videos up on how to increase sales and what sold, which would be like ship with me videos and a lot of other thrift videos. Anyhow, we'll get right to it. This is a Lauren Ralph Lauren, and I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have bought it, but it's in really nice condition. And I noticed it after when I was getting ready to purchase it. It has the knee pad or the elbow pads, and this used to be something that people did look for. Hopefully it'll sell. It's a plaid. I don't know. Hopefully that will be a nice seller. I don't know, because I don't pick up a lot of Lauren Ralph Lauren anymore. I would say, maybe $10-15 on this. That's just kind of a guess on that. I try to get the, range as close as I can, but you don't ever know. This is a junk food, and I don't pick up all junk food, but some of the other thrifters I had seen, that they used to pick this up, but I thought this was kind of cute. Strong as a mother. And you could take that a couple different ways, I guess. But anyways, I thought it was kind of cute. I don't know if this is still popular, the junk food, type, wording. I had heard that somebody said that was kind of fading out a little bit, the graphic, words, but thought I'd give it a try. Most of these items I paid $1 for. It just depends on where I thrifted from. Some of them I pay more. All these items would be either Salvation Army or St. Vincent de Paul. A few of them I did pay up for. This was $1, and the reason I got this is because it's the Carolyn Carnigan. It's a J. Crew, and I don't pick up all J. Crew. And if you're not familiar, you can look at, there is on the style tag, they'll have what year it is and also the style number. And if you Google that style number, you can get a lot of your, keywords you want to use for your listings and things like that. But I had heard that you should only maybe purchase like the last few years, style wise, and it'll always have like OH something, which would be holiday, and then it'll have a date. It looks like this may say, I don't have my glasses on, either 10 or 16, and that would make it kind of old. But some of the carnigans still do sell, and I thought this was worth a try. It's actually a really pretty color green. I would say maybe like a Kelly green. And anyhow, but with J. Crew, I heard maybe you should try to pick up just like the last few years. This is a J. Crew also, and it's interesting because I have one just like it, but in the brown shade, and this is the gray shade. And I did look up the style number, or, on it. Now, this one, it looks like, oh, that's awesome. I think they removed the size and all the tags. That's not cool at all. They removed the material tag, and they removed the size tag. I don't usually like to pick up stuff with at least not the size tag, doesn't have the size tag. I'll measure it, but since I already have one just like it, I can get the other info off on that as far as the material, what it's made out of, and also the style number and all that to get keywords. I'll just have to measure it. I still will list this because it's nice. And since I do have the other one, I should be able to be really pretty close, accurate on what size it is. But normally, I don't like to pick up stuff that does not have that. That there, I don't know how much I paid for it because I don't see a tag. Oh, that one, $1. This is a cabbie, and this is the newer style cabbie. If you're not familiar with that, cabbie also has the older style, but the bigger, square design tag, that's the newer style cabbie. And cabbie is another one that has a style number on it, and you just, it's usually on the material tag, and you just get that, and you can get some keywords and things like that. Just don't use stock photos on eBay. I know a lot of other resellers do, and it's frustrating because their listings look really nice and they're using them stock photos, but it can get your account shut down. eBay, because that's, you're not supposed to use the stock photos on the used clothing on there. But I know a lot of people do on Posh. Use your own discussion on this. This is like a jacket, and I did hesitate a little bit because jacket blazers just don't seem to move that quickly for me. But it is a newer style cabbie. hopefully this will sell. I don't know. It is kind of heavy. It's going to probably have to go priority because it's kind of like a thick material, and I charge for shipping. That means they'll have to pay like $7.90 for a padded flat rate. That's what I charge for that, because I pay like $7.50 something for it. And that I don't know on this, 10 to 20 maybe. It's not all about, your high end sales all the time, although we really would like to do that. But the average clothing seller, you know, I'm very honest on how things are. When you're going out there thrifting, depending on where you live and things like that, you're not going to find a ton of them high-end brands all the time, or the things that sell really quickly. Maybe some, and some resellers do hold out for just those items, and they thrift several areas. But as far as where I go, you got to add in a lot of the bread and butter. A big key, the biggest key on eBay or on Posh, for sure, is the more you list every day, the more listings you can get up every day on a continuous basis, meaning be consistent every day. The more you can get up every day, the more you'll sell every day. For a while there, I was listing 15, I'd sell 7. It always seems about half. Now, I had heard one reseller last night, I think it was, talking about, well, if you want to try to sell 10, you better list 10. I don't think it works that way. That's just my opinion. I think, and I thought I had heard another reseller mention a long time ago, that it's about half. If you want to sell 25 a day, then you need to list 50. I know listing's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time. And I know to some people it may seem like if you list 5 items a day, that's a lot of work, or 10 would be a lot. I understand, because I was there at one time with that. Now I list 15 to 20. I try to. That's 15 is pretty much usual. And I'm trying to get it up to 25 or 30. I'd really like to get to 30. And I know it is a lot of work, by the time you do every aspect of it. However, I will tell you one thing, it does get easy. Because now I got, 15 doesn't seem like that much anymore. For a while there, I thought, man, if I got 10 up every day, that'd be like super great. Now I got 15, and that's like, kind of a light load. If I do 20 or 25, then it seems quite a bit more. And I've only did 30 a few times. But it depends on what you're looking for with your business. The more you list every day, the more you can sell every day. And it doesn't matter how many listings you have up. It matters a little bit because you have more, inventory and things listed. But if you have a ton of things already listed and you stop listing every day, your sales will drop. That's just how it goes. I mean, it does make a difference if you have, a few more, have more listings up there. But the bigger key is not necessarily to have a ton of listings up there and then not list any. It's to list every day. The more you list every day, even if you don't have a ton up there, and just slowly, build up. This is a logo lounge. And logo lounge, I find, sells. Logo is Lori Goldstein. And this used to sell really quite quickly and for quite a little bit of money on eBay, the Lori Goldstein logo brand. But I have found that it doesn't sell for as much money, and it doesn't sell as quickly anymore. But this logo lounge does. I've had a few of them that I've sold. They were longer tunics than this, and they were solids, and they sold quite quickly. I think like maybe $15 to $20. But this will probably be, maybe around there. But the actual logo shirts, it seems like lately maybe 10, 15, and they're kind of sitting a little bit. So don't pay up a ton for that, unless you really do your comps on that. This is a logo, another one, and see, this is more of the traditional, and it has pockets, and it's adorable. I really like logo. I think logo is extremely soft, and there is soft surroundings too, but I think that logo feels almost softer on a lot of their pieces, more of when it's more the thinner. This is almost like a sweatshirt material. It's a little thicker. But if you're not familiar with the tag, that is the tag there. And like I said, I don't know, maybe between 10 and 20, but probably more accurately it would be about 10 or 15. But I do charge for shipping. This is a J. Crew. They had a whole bunch of J. Crew new tags, and then they also had a lot of really nice used J. Crew that was more like, looked like the newer style, or at least really great shape or neat patterns. And but I didn't pay up for all of them because these were not on sale. But I think I got these for half off though, because if you have a blue bag on Fridays at St. Vincent de Paul, everything's half off for the blue bag that you can stuff in there. And I think this was one of them, and I got it for $2 if that's the case. Otherwise it was $4. This is brand new with tags. It looks like it said $35. And this is the painter's tee. I even find used the J. Crew painter's tee and the artist tee. Sometimes they still sell anyways. And but this is it's kind of like heathered. And I don't know if I can see the year on this, because I don't think some, even though there were new tags, I don't think some of these were like really that new as far as the year went, you know, but they had a lot of brand new tags. This might say 16 also. It's a few years old, but it is really nice brand new tags. I'd like to get 20 out of this. You know, that would be a really, really great thing if I could get 20. I have a couple more of these too. Here's a, this is called the Perfect Fit. And this isn't half how much it was new. Same thing. It's J. Crew. And I will be looking up those style numbers, you know, to get the compatible. Something else you can do if you're not used to it is use Google Lens. And you can download that through your app store. And what you do is you take a picture of the item. And then you go, you know, you go to Google Lens or whatever and choose that item. And it'll bring up other comps that look like it. Now, be cautious, because sometimes it could be another brand that looks just like it, but it should bring up also the brand, unless it's really old. You know, it's not, you know, the last few years, and it might not come up. But what it'll bring up is, a lot of times it'll bring up from, you know, new from the manufacturer. It'll bring up their ad, or stores that are selling it, or it brings up used, eBay and Posh. And that's just a kind of nice way to get keywords and to find out how much it's selling for and how much maybe it was new. I have another one just like it. There was two of them, and I think there was more than this, I think, in this color, but I thought this was kind of a neat brown neutral color. This one is not, oh yeah, this one is new with tags too. These really, 15, maybe $20. You only get about the fraction of a manufacturer retail suggested price on eBay or Posh. I just sold a beautiful J. Crew sweater. It was part of this this actual haul, but it was on another video that I already showed, and it was called the Florida print, which to me it looked Hawaiian. It was beautiful cardigan. I did take a little lesser than I wanted to. I probably maybe should have held out, but it was a really quick sale. I had just listed it, and it sold for $30, brand new with tags. I was really hoping to get more for that. Some once in a while sold for more money, like, you know, 79 or 100, but the average was like 20, 30, 40, 50 was around there. And I thought, I already got the buyer. It's on Posh. I should just go ahead and sell it. And I did. And but I paid $2 for it. I think, no, $2.50 I think for that. And that's still really great return on investment. This is Adriana Propel, and if you're not familiar with that, I will only usually pick up, I have picked up some of her other pieces, but generally I stick with the dresses. This has pockets, it's really nice. This is a plus size. Her silk is what you'd want to look for, but this is not silk, I do not think, but this is a bigger size. This is very much a plus size. I think it's a 24 or 30W. And I thought that this is, so look at the print on that. Isn't that pretty? It's very heavy though. I think this would probably have to go priority. On the silk, they used to go for quite a little bit. And I could be wrong, but it seems like they were like maybe around a $50 sale. However, I think they've kind of went down a little bit, because it seems like I had one and it didn't sell for that much. But with this being that brand, and it's nice and it's plus size. Now watch plus size dresses, because you would think that they would sell. They don't sell as often as, I don't think, the regular smaller size dresses. I do list plus sizes, but I don't think they sell quite as quickly or for as much money. But this should be a nice sale. Hopefully maybe $20, $30. That would be really nice. And let me tell you what, all the small sales, they add up. Like I said, you know, I did have the J. Crew today that was for more, and I have other things that are listed there for much more, you know. But all those $10 sales add up. If you're clearing $10 profit and you sell 10 items a day, that's 100 a day. That's 700 a week, 2,800 for the month. And then take it from there. If you could get your profit up to 15, or maybe you sell 20 pieces a day, that would be 1,400 for the week. That's really great. So, you know, it's all on how you look at it. But it does add up, because you think, oh, you know, I'll go for, sometimes I'll have a bunch of small sales, you know, I go, oh, that's probably not much. And I'll go and look at the total for the day, and it added up really nicely, you know, but they make up a difference. This is a Madewell. Look how durable this is. Isn't this cute? I also picked up a bunch of Madewell, a few pieces of Madewell in this particular thrift too. Some of them might have been on the other video. This might have been new without tags, but it doesn't really have an actual great tag left on it. This I paid, I think, don't know where their actual store tag went on this. Oh, it was right there. I paid $2, or it might have been orange. You know, I might have got some. These were all orange. Now I ain't sure how much, what color was on sale. I think I paid $2 for this, or it might have been $1 if I got it in that bag. But same with Madewell, like J. Crew. Go and look for that style number and that style, and that way, and you'll know, get the year and everything, because then you can get all of your keywords. And you know, for a long time, it's on this tiny little tag on the rear. I don't know if you can see it. It'll be there. I didn't take time to look them up for quite a while, for a long time actually. And I had heard, you know, other resellers, they did or whatever. I do think it probably does make a difference. I've been looking them up, taking the time on the pieces that I think that will have it and that it's worth it. You know, I mean, if it's something that doesn't really need it, then maybe that's fine, or maybe just something that isn't like that. But the J. Crew, the Madewell, things like that, I try to look it up. This here is a owl print t-shirt, and it is by Cool, which this is a good brand to pick up, especially in the men's and the women's. They're more of like an outdoor, if you find any jackets or sweatshirts or pants or something like that. This is a great brand, Kuhl, Cool. I don't know how much an actual t-shirt will go for. I have to do comps on this, but I would say maybe $10, $15. And if you think about that, if you've seen this t-shirt at a garage sale, how much would you be willing to pay for it? Even if it is the Cool brand. You know, probably not that much. Maybe $5 or something like that. And I know we're doing a lot of work, and we're doing the running and getting the items and the gas, and these people are ordering online. But think about that sometimes when you're reselling used clothes, because then it makes it a little easier when you have to sell something a little cheaper than what you planned on, you know, because it is used clothing. However, there's some used clothing that really, you know, you can really make a lot of money on. A lot. And this looks like the seam has come out on the front and rear, and I'll have to note that, but I will still list it, and that may, you know, they'll probably drop the price possibly there. But anyways, that's just something to think about. I don't know, maybe $10 or $15 on that. This is postage stamp, which is an Anthropologie. Really look up your Anthropologie and do comps on it before you pay very much for it, because some of the brands move and some of them don't. I just personally like this brand, and this is cute. It actually is almost brand new. I mean, it's in really good shape. It has horses on it. Prints, animal prints do make a difference where it has like a theme, you know, especially if you get like elephants or something different, or fish maybe even. This might be, I think it says cotton, but it almost felt like some linen there. I think it says cotton. But I don't know on this. I'll have to do comps. But, you know, a lot of the Anthropologie tops, you know, between maybe $10 and $20. This I was really happy to find. I don't find it that often. It's Burberry, and if you're familiar with Burberry, this is their traditional, I think there's probably a name for it, but that is their trademark, their, you know, of their plaid that they use, and it's just a little polo. Now, this was $14.99. I got it half off. That means I paid around $4. Well, half off would be it'll be around $8. 14, I don't know, $7.50, $8, right around there. But it was worth it because I don't find Burberry very often. And you want to make sure that it is real, though, because sometimes Burberry is faked, and you're going to want to really make sure to check it out, that, you know, everything lines up. And, you know, one thing you can tell about really expensive brands is that all their stitching will be completely straight, also the tag, and usually, maybe not always, but usually when you measure it across, it'll be exact. Like, let's say if this is 22 across, it won't be 22 and a half or a quarter. It will be 22, you know. And that might not be always the case, but I think it is a lot. But this is Burberry, and that's a really, really great brand. If you're not familiar with it, this is part of their signature. And if you can find a men's shirt, all that color, worth some money. I don't know what this will be worth because I haven't sold a polo, but I would get, if I was just to guess on that, I'd say about $35 maybe. And I did pay up for that $8, but if it sells for that much, it'll be worth it. Anyhow, hopefully you've enjoyed this video today, and I've really enjoyed, you know, doing the video. I really do love this business, and it is fun to do the videos and to share, you know, what you pick up and the knowledge. I've learned the most probably from the other YouTubers that I, you know, have watched over the years. And you got to really watch it because brands and styles are changing quite frequently, and you have what to pick up. You know, you're going to want to really watch that. And it's kind of nice, you know, to get some insight or, you know, some guidance from, you know, or ideas from the the YouTubers. However, I know there is some controversy there on whether they tell the truth or whether they'll get really that much out of the stuff, or are their numbers, what they sell it for, accurate. Use your own discretion. There probably are some that maybe aren't real accurate. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but there's a lot of real accurate ones out there. But you can at least take the idea and then do your own research on it. Do comps on that and find out how, much is selling for, maybe how often or how many is listed, whatever extent you want to take it. I need to take time and do more full comps on stuff to find out us, instead of just looking what sold, and how much. I need to probably look to see how much is listed, how many are listed, and how often they sell, so you can kind of get that sell-through rate. But I don't always take time to do that. Anyhow, do you? You can leave a comment. Please push the thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. And once again, if you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate that also. And many prosperous sales to you. Have a blessed day. Thank you.